Michelle and Stephen are facing some major challenges. Michelle had a heart transplant and is recovering from breast cancer. Health expenses have left a huge dent in their family budget. So let's see how we can help them out. Michelle and Stephen, thanks for having us. What a magnificent spot you've got here. It's so serene, and the hearts behind you, pretty significant.
They are. Actually, I just had my a birthday on Saturday, and I also celebrated 9 months of having my new heart with my heart transplants.
Wow, you're looking great though. It is amazing, isn't it, that transplants just work so well in this country. Our medical teams are incredible. How have you had to adjust your life to the different financial circumstances?
Well, effectively, Michelle hasn't been able to work for the last 2 years, so really that's taking an income out of the family's reservoir, so to speak. So we've had to stop and reassess our priorities. We always wanted to push hard on things like the mortgage, but we've had to ease up on that.
How have you two coped?
She's a woman of steel. She's absolutely phenomenal in terms
As
of
all
her,
partners are.
Yeah, in terms of her resilience and tenacity. She's been absolutely strong as, and she's always had that capability. I suppose it's safe to say there has been vulnerable moments, haven't you? Where we've both looked at each other and thought, what next? What is next?
Michelle, tell me your financial goals.
I suppose we're at that point where we want to hold our assets, really, because with the medical expenses and me not working, it's getting to the point where we don't want to sell off assets to be able to just make ends meet and keep a cash flow going.
And every dollar counts, doesn't it?
It does, it really
well,
does.
Let me tell you, we've been through your bills. We reckon we've found maybe a little pot of gold for you. So let's go and talk about it.
Fantastic.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Well, let's return to Michelle and Steve, a remarkable couple dealing with life after Michelle's heart transplant. We've gone through their bills with the experts at Compare the Market to find better deals to help them get back on track. All right, Steve and Michelle, make every dollar count.
Yes.
And live a little. Let's start with your big bills. Home loan, first of all, paying 6.63%. Pretty good rate, but the team at Compare the Market reckon you could get as low as 6.04%. And the investment loan that you've got, 6.61% down to 6.14%.
Okay.
Do a bit of refinancing. You could reduce your repayments by $740 a year on the home loan, $340 a year on the investment loan. So that's
Yep.
a pretty good start.
Yep, that's
a
good.
great start.
Yep.
All right, the car. You've got a few cars here at the moment, costing you roughly about $4,000 a year in car insurance when you add them all up. Let's take the Kia as one example. Cover costing you about $1,200 a year at the moment.
Yep.
We found quotes for agreed value cover starting at just under $900 a year, and market value starting at just over $800 a year.
Okay.
You could be $300 to $400 better off
All right.
in terms of premium
Yeah, that's a help.
if you shop around for that, which is good. And that's just on one car.
Okay.
And remember, all of these are just thought starters. Home and contents insurance, $7,500 a year. That is a big bill, isn't it? Now,
It's enormous.
I know.
Yeah.
And this area, beautiful area, but there have been a few risks, haven't there?
Yeah, we're bushfire prone.
A lot of insurers reward good safety systems in terms of homes. You've got that here. Others offer smart sensors for your home as well that can help alert you for any fire, water damage and theft. And if you put those in, it can also help to reduce the premium.
Right.
But we ran a few quotes through the Compare the Market database, and by making the switch, you could reduce your premium by nearly $2,900 a year.
Wow. Happy days.
Now, health insurance is the final one. That would be a really sensitive one for you, given Michelle's condition, you're on the really top cover. So you're currently paying about $8,500 in private health insurance.
Yeah.
Health insurance, the base premium is community rated. So that it takes all the risk out of it. So the base rate for Michelle is exactly the same as you, Stephen. So the fact that you might think Michelle's at a higher risk and that's why you need the higher cover doesn't really apply to health insurance. When we look at your cover, it includes a lot of things. And if you're prepared to increase your excess from $250 to $500, that also cuts the premium down too. You could put about $3,600, bit over that, bit over $3,600 back in your pocket.
Wow.
That's enormous, isn't it?
What about waiting periods, Dave?
Really good point. Because this is another misconception of private health insurance. You will not need to reset waiting periods if you switch to the same level of cover or lower.
Right.
And that's not just within your own health insurance provider.
Okay. That takes away a big concern that we had, doesn't it?
It is. Yep.
So go through your insurance policy and work out what you will and won't need. So when you add all of that up, we reckon there's about $8,000 per year extra that you can use to live.
Yep.
That's incredible.
And get on top of your bills.
Right. When do we start?
Sign us up, maybe.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Hope we've been able to help. And wonderful to see you, Michelle, looking so well.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming out.
Yep. Loved
It's been
it.
brilliant to meet you.
Michelle and Steve really are a very special couple and we're so happy we could help them. Now, Michelle and I are both passionate about organ donation. Anyone in Australia aged 16 and over can register on the Australian Organ Donor Register. Remember, it's your decision, not your family's. So you must tell the family about your wishes so they can carry them out. Register through the Medicare app or go to donatelife.gov.au. It just takes 1 minute and you could save a life just like Michelle's.